My friend told me this interesting story a while back. He has this cousin that just picture a Navy SEAL and it'll be pretty accurate. He has this cousin that decided to test himself by basically trying every hard drug imaginable and seeing if he could overcome all of them and prove that he was stronger than all of the other people that got addicted to the drugs. I was curious to see what happens, so I asked him what his cousin thought the worst one was. His answer surprised me because he said gambling. And I had always thought gambling was the kind of thing people that have an IQ below 60 get addicted to because I could just physically not understand how you get addicted to gambling. Like, you're not even injecting a substance or anything, you're just like passing money back and forth. But my friend told me that gambling is actually one of the scariest addictions because you can literally walk into a casino and see like people sitting on the machines where you do the thing and it like spins and you can win a prize. Spins, spins. And they just keep doing that for days, sometimes for months. My friends literally told me horror stories of people dying of dehydration. I mean, I'm not sure if it's true, but some people literally look like zombies when they're sitting in the casino. And the fact that this surprised me opened my eyes to why so many people actually throw their lives away to addiction. Because when you think about it, what is like the one thing that can do the most damage to your life? Well, it's the thing that is bad for you that you do every day. The definition of an addiction. And what I realized is that, well, the drug addicts never meant to become addicts, did they? When they tried the drug, it was never with the intention of waking up the next morning and finding themselves wanting to do it again and again and again. It was just a one-time thing that they thought they could overcome, that they thought they were strong enough to overcome. If you've ever been to those like kind of school assemblies where you got the guy up there on the stage, you and your friends are just sitting down, the teachers yell at you to be quiet, then the guy starts talking about how he used to be like addicted to drugs, then he went to rehab, it was really difficult, then now he's back building up his life again, all's going Gucci. And I don't know if you ever thought this, but just looking around, I see so many of my friends at some point just starting to like pay less and less attention and start talking amongst themselves. And I know what they're thinking because I was also thinking this for the longest time. They're probably thinking something along the lines of, I'd never do drugs in my life, bro. It's just not like me. This guy's just weaker than me. Like, I'm different. But really what they're thinking is that I'd never get addicted like this guy. I'd never get addicted to drugs. I'd never get addicted to smoking. Because no one thinks that they get addicted. Like, if you tell someone, oh yeah, I get easily addicted to things. Well, that's an uncomfortable truth, and you don't want other people to know that, and they don't have to. But do you know your uncomfortable truths? Do you know if you're capable of overcoming these things? If your ego gets in the way, well, you don't even know who you actually are. And I'm not saying that in like that cringy motivational thing where like, you don't know what you're capable of. I'm saying that you don't even know what you are capable of falling to. I'm saying you don't even know what your weaknesses are. And if you don't know your weaknesses, you can't protect yourself from them. Here's an action step that will probably take like 10 or 15 minutes maximum that could genuinely save your life. I want you to take out a journal or a piece of paper right now. Take a pencil and try and think back to your whole life and know any patterns that you can see just occurring when it comes to you doing certain things or interacting with certain things. For example, if you wanted to start doing habits and you started and then you failed, try and analyzing why you failed. What is that one thing that caused like 99% of your failures? And trust me, bro, there is always that one thing. For example, I have been on self-improvement for almost 2 years now. And that means I've started like a lot of habits, meditating, journaling, going to the gym. And I've failed in a lot of those. And looking back, I realized what the pattern was. The pattern was, it's really easy for me to start a habit, but if I miss just a single day, you know how some people, they just come back the next day and start again, and like they have those spots in their calendar. No, bro, I cannot have any missing spots in my calendar on my streak. If I lose my streak, it's genuinely over. It does not matter how many days I have, unless it's generally like a year of a habit, then yeah, whatever, like it's already basically a habit. But even if I have like 60 or like 90 days of a habit, even if I just miss one day, the chance of me quitting the habit completely the next day genuinely quintuples. It's a sad truth, and it's the kind of truth you don't have to tell other people because it is uncomfortable. But now that I know I can't just miss a day and it's okay. Oh, that rhymes. Now that I know that, I will keep going even when it's difficult, because I don't want to sacrifice like 30 days of progress on a habit just because one day I couldn't be bothered to do it. Because now I know if I don't do it, it's just over. Back in 7th grade, I used to play Minecraft for at least 8 hours a day. I'd have the Zoom meetings with my teachers, have it like split screen right here. I would call myself genuinely addicted. And that happened for almost like a whole year where I was playing that much. And video games, yeah, sure, they're addicting, but they're not as addicting as like cocaine or something, alright? And because I know how easily I get addicted to it, well, now I know if I try anything that's slightly more addicting, I'm screwed. And even now, after I've quit video games for almost 2 years now, like fully quit where I haven't like actually played habitually, even if I play once in a while, which I sometimes do with my friends to like relive like some nostalgia or whatever, I play one game for one day. The next day I wake up and I'm already craving it. And that's insane because 2 years I wasn't addicted. But the crazy thing is, the day after that, I wake up and I completely forget about it. So it's just that one day, and if I don't give in to the temptation, it just passes. So I know that, okay, that one day it's gonna be difficult, but just, let it pass and it'll be good. If I didn't know that, if I didn't discover that pattern, then that one day I might give in, and then the next day the same thing would happen, then the next day, and then the next day, and that's how I'd get addicted again. If you know your weaknesses, you can avoid so many pitfalls and setbacks in life, because most of them come from you not being aware that they might happen. Like, would you rather see a guy, I have a crossbow right there, point a crossbow at you and see him push the trigger and walk out of the way, or just stand there, not see the crossbow, and get shot in the chest, bro? Like, would you rather be the guy that accepts the uncomfortable truth that there's potentially a guy pointing a crossbow at you and walks away safely, or be that guy that didn't even know, that was just blind to everything, to who he was, and got the crossbow bolt in his chest? So you can plan ahead and avoid losing your life, because really it's a gamble. If there's a 90% chance that I get addicted if I try a cigarette, there's a 10% chance that I don't and keep my life the same. I don't think any gambler would take those odds, my guy. Write down the journal thing. It's really important. Look at the patterns. Yeah. Oh my god, bro, my throat is so dead. I recorded 2 videos and my mic wasn't plugged in for any of them, and the past 4 videos the same thing happens. And like, I swear I'm not a boomer, bro, but no technological difficulties here. So yeah, go do some push-ups.